Okay, people, hi, it's Angie and Jesus back again. This is such a fast unfolding evidence drop. It's a bit like, it's a mini version of WikiLeaks or something. The deeper down the rabbit hole that Jesus goes, the more shocking the revelations. So I talked briefly on Sunday about different people sharing illegal information, including Michelle Bingham that worked for Enable Scotland, got fired from there for disseminating private data, but got very quickly rehired as a civil servant somewhere else. And allegedly Plisco is her father. But in the meantime, Jesus was just looking at Shiva Burton's website, which has, you know, been used to decimate people's lives, especially my own. And Jesus was utterly shocked by the private data that he came across on Shiva Burton's website. Now, since Jesus started dropping this on Twitter, do you want to say your Twitter handle?
At Barcode, it's Barcode.
Yeah, at Barcode. Yeah.
Yeah, it's under
Probably
Barcode.
Corruption UK, but at Barcode. So since Jesus started dropping what he's found on Shiva Burton's website, Cross for Change, she's come back saying, oh, he's hacked, he's a hacker, he's hacked me. And she's admitted the information that's there, but it's absolutely not.
And I haven't done it even, no. I haven't done it.
No, so I'm going to hand over to Jesus and I'm just going to ask a question now and again, but I'm mostly just going to give him the floor. So I'm going to give you permission to share as well. Multiple people can share screen. So just take it away. Tell us what you've just uncovered in the last 48 hours.
So basically, what I've been doing is just like the other day I did the IWF, the Internet Watch Foundation, and then we did the NSPCC. Now we're on Kafkas. Now, obviously, people might not know what Kafkas is, and it's on the screen there for you. Children and Family Court Advisory.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do, yeah, I'm gonna go down the page if it lets you. Yep, go down the page, and I'm just gonna slowly make my way down. Now, this company here, Child Concern, I can't say the last name of it. I get tongue tied with these kinds
Consortium.
of That's
Consortium.
it, yeah. Apologies. But this website here, this is the website of anyways. So what I'll do is I'll open it up. Right? And anyways, I'll just leave that there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna type in and I'm gonna copy. Right, because here's the date, I'll leave it as well, who Barbara Kahan is. Here's the date of Barbara Kahan.
Yeah,
August the 6th.
2000.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, so what I'll do is, I'll put and I'll put Child Concern. Anyways, yeah? And this falls under Kafkas, yeah? Remember? So here we go. It starts showing you all these subliminal messages with Peter Wrighton. You if you want to speak about Peter like a little bit.
Peter Wrighton. Peter Wrighton is a huge part of the network of paedophiles in the UK establishment, and his syllabus is, as far as I know, still taught in a social work degree. And he was just a raving, rampant paedophile, proven, I think, convicted. I've heard recordings of letters he wrote to probably Charles Napier or somebody like that, another convicted paedophile, but just the most horrendous, in your face, high profile. He was in charge of strategy for children's homes, strategy for how to deal with orphans in the UK, strategy for how to run children's homes, and he was a raving paedophile. And Barbara Kahan promoted him, and he helped Charles Napier get re-employed after being convicted of paedophilia. And Barbara Kahan, when it came out, when Peter Wrighton was finally exposed, Barbara Kahan did an interview and said, Oh, I didn't realise. I mean, I only used to meet him for lunch, you know, now and again. And, you know, we weren't that close. And I kind of did distance myself, you know, when this came to public, you know, like absolute bollocks. Exactly like Prince Andrew saying he flew to New York to break off his friendship with convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein. Equal bullshit when Barbara Kahan said, I distanced myself from Peter Wrighton.
Damn. My dog's misbehaving. I can hear her misbehaving. Right. So where we was at, where I just mentioned, because Peter Wrighton were just on the screen, yeah? So I've typed in Barbara Kahan and child and the thing, and obviously, as you can see, I've had cask.
Child Concern Consortium.
Yeah, and I've just shown everybody here. There's the company, right?
Yeah.
Because it's under CAFCAS. See there?
Oh, wow.
There's the CAFCAS address. Yeah.
Oh,
So there it is there, right?
Yeah.
So this address here alone, it states, right?
Yeah.
So Barbara Kahan, and I've searched it here. I'll research it again. So I keep going further down, right? Keep going further down the page.
Yeah.
And right, the companies. There's a company here, yeah?
Yeah.
And there's the company, and it says British Director, National Association for the Welfare of Children, Hospital Limited. Yeah?
Wow.
So I go click this.
Wow.
And here we go. So, HBS Proactive Limited, right? Keep going down here. Keep going down. Keep going down. Keep going down. And look whose name's there. Barbara Kahan's name's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I keep going down. Mutual companies. Look, National Association for the Welfare of Children. Yeah, this guy is the secretary, or he's in charge. Well, he's in charge of it. It says dissolved, right?
Yeah.
But why is his green light on here? So this man is active still, and he went.
Yeah,
active.
I see that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this.
Now, just
man,
hold up 1 second. Are we live on YouTube, by the way?
No. We're recording. We're only recording.
All right. If you want to go live, that's fine. But I've got to learn.
No, I'm not. No,
Okay.
no, we can do a recording.
All right. So Harjot Singh Gill or Jill, and it says active. That's back in 2015. Yep. Okay, carry on.
It's still got a green light on. This guy has, yeah.
Okay, so that means still active.
He's got to be active in another company.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So this man here, this is through, as we've gone through, we've gone back through for using Barbara Kahan, child, blah blah blah. What it is?
Consortium, yeah.
Yeah, and all we've done is we found it, and it's through CAFCAS.
Wow.
Yeah, man. It's through CAFCAS, and everybody knows that Barbara Kahan is connected to 788-790 Finchley Road.
Yeah.
And she is a social worker, right?
I didn't know that.
So yeah, this is the thing. This is where Tavistock comes in.
Same as Karen Irving. The same as Karen Irving was a social worker.
And this is where Tavistock comes into it, because Tavistock is manipulation. You see, man, these lot are all manipulating people, manipulating children, and making money from children.
And right? I have to just interject here. I was rereading the original notes from Ella Draper in 2014, and she had been conned into going to Tavistock for counselling. And she booked the children in. She went to Tavistock Institute for parenting classes. I think Ricky Dearman was court-ordered there for anger management, and she was about to do an advanced parenting class about siblings at Tavistock. So it's shocking. The Tavistock thing is shocking. It's like hiding in plain sight. You've got CAFCAS and you've got Tavistock, and they're pretending to be respectable establishment organisations, and yet look behind the curtain and look what we find.
Yep. And these are all people these are all here, you get me? And it's like what happened the other day when I did the NSPCC. If one thing in the NSPCC is connected, everything's dirty. Get me? You started a company on the foundations of fraud. Your intent might have been good at first, and then that's it. It's gone out of the water because money is the love of all evil. Do you feel where I'm coming with?
Yeah, the love
of all evil.
Money is the root of all evil. Yeah.
So what I'm gonna, what's it called anyway? Right? This is anyway, like the angle where everybody seems to think it stops at. So
Okay.
I'm going to get, we've already just done Kafkas, yeah?
Yeah.
We've just done Kafkas.
And we've connected Kafkas to Barbara Kahan.
Yeah, Internet Watch Foundation. And now we've got the we've got all three of them. Internet Watch, Kafkas, and NSPCC. That's free, yeah?
Yeah.
So I'll just get rid of this. I'll get rid of this.
Okay.
I'll get rid of this. Right, so there's the company. Before we just get rid of this, this is what Company House says, right?
Okay, 28 officers, 23 resignations. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go through, right? And the video I did the other day, yeah?
Yeah.
And you'll see on here, while I'm going through slowly, hey, these addresses stand out. Like for an example, this postcode stands out. That first part of it.
Oh, EC2V. Oh, EC2Y. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just examples. Keep going down. SW is known for it, as it's been found. We've found previously before to find previous companies. Okay. Right. So I keep going down. Surrey again. Surrey was in there the other day when I was doing a video. Okay. Keep going down. London, East London. As you know, all companies in London all run through each other. Right? Yeah. Okay. The next one, there you go. You've got a Finchley postcode there. You get me? Okay.
Well, that's NW2. Finchley is NW3, but NW2 is close. Am I right?
All postcodes majority of the postcodes in Finchley have run through Finchley Road. All right. And that's how mad it is. Because you were talking about this before, weren't we, Angela? Before the dating of the electronics came in, where it went, do you know what I mean? Before, instead of all this pen to paper, it's all faxing and all that kind of stuff. Okay.
Deborah Jane Granville.
And you can, that's what I mean. Some of these addresses.
Jackson, yeah. Pilkington Jackson, that's interesting.
And that's what I mean. Some of these addresses, you've got to, like what I did in the last video, search. But I'm not going to do that because, you know what I mean? Because we've already got it. But there's an example of some of the people's names that are in it. Okay. What I'll do is I'll go back up to the top. So that was that company.
Barbara Kahan. Right. Which is connected to Kafkas and connected to Barbara Kahan.
I'll even do you this, so everyone can see secret bases now, yeah? Yeah. So this is what secret bases says about it. And it says registering office, the fostering network.
Oh my God.
Do you see where I'm coming from? Look what's happening. Look. So you've got all these, look at all these different postcodes to this. It says fostering here we're talking about now.
And this is where Karen Irving and Sarah Phillimore came in, because Sarah Phillimore does loads of work as a solicitor for the social services, and Karen Irving wrote a book on adoption. She forgot to say forced adoption, and was a social worker. So this is it's embedded, that they've spent 50 to 70 years organizing this. Peter Wrighton was a perfect example of how they embedded themselves. Bloody hell.
65 companies, registered at this, right? Obviously, it's corrupt. Barbara Kahan's involved in it.
Yeah. And do you know the Minister for Children, Timmins, Edward Timmins or something, a couple of years ago, his family have vast investments in adoption agencies and fostering agencies. And he's the Minister for Children making decisions about giving social services targets, get them adopted, get them fostered.
There you go.
Yeah, bloody hell.
There you go. Another fostering network which is in there.
God.
And this is just a primer example. And there you see this address here. This kit, I've seen this address as well. Fostering providers pop up before.
The old bakery yard, Princes Street, Corbridge, Northumberland. Right. Okay.
There you go. East Finchley. That'll be another one, more mainly in the mix as well.
Yeah. Deborah Granville. I'm a bit suspicious. Yeah. Carry on.
Shepherd's Bush Children's Centre. This is the kind of thing, right, that people obviously need to be aware of. That Barbara Kahan, she was a very known social worker up and down the country.
Oh, she wasn't just a social worker. She was writing government policy. Her and Peter Wrighton were guiding government policy. They were setting up a structure to traffic children and abuse them. And this is the kind of thing, right? When you see this woman in here, everything runs through Finchley Road. Yeah.
Every single thing runs through it. What I'm just going to say to you as well is, Angela, let's just show the viewers this again, right? So this is the document from Ham High newspaper.
Okay, company's court. Yeah, to the senior. Right.
There you go.
Okay, crime reports disappear into a black hole. How criminals have abused company formation firms. Okay.
So this is just how it tells you, and this is the High Court document, because it were under these addresses, and that strand, an address from the strand always comes up. But I'll just read this first part. It says this part here, and this is where people need to click on, right? It says the 88-year-old who helped set up 30,000 British companies lived in the modest flat in a leafy suburb of London. Before her retirement 3 years ago, Barbara Kahan signed off tens of thousands incorporation documents for companies formed at 788-790 Finchley Road, right?
Yeah.
Then it says, the companies, you might as well say,
were set up by a firm.
By a son called Keith Kahan.
A1 Company Services, which ties into Ricky Dearman.
And this is the thing, A1 Company Services is Woodbury Grove, Willington House.
He moved to Florida and could not be contacted for comment.
Look,
wow.
And this is the woman. Even they put it up there, all the appointments as an example.
Yeah. And this was in the Ham and High. Was this because the Ham and High did a few really strong hit pieces on the Hampstead case.
Ham and High, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So what I'm gonna do next, right? Let me get this up. Let me get that off. Right. So I'll come off of all of that, and I'll just leave them addresses there. Right. So. Childline, and Barbara Kahan. So obviously now, we're going down the page here. Google's giving us plenty of subliminal messages already. NSPCC, Law Society, the British Association of Social Workers, which Karen Irvine is part of, which she already knows that herself. Right?
Really? I didn't know she was registered in the UK.
Well, listen, all public figures, no matter where you are in the world, are all legal binding together. Because if you're going to another country and say, for an example, you're a social worker, right? And obviously, right, how can I put it? You can get another job if you've already been in that sector, so it's easy for them to pick you up like that. Or if you've had any professional in medical and all that kind of stuff to do with elderly or young people as well, they're going to pass you like that anyway.
Yeah, but she's at first she was a social worker, and then I think she branched into psychotherapy. But,
no, this is where the author side comes into it, because she's also...
Yeah, do you know who we need to get some input from on this? Hope Girl lived in Hampstead and worked for a corporation, and that's where she started to uncover some sinister goings on. So we must hope Hope Girl will join us maybe on Sunday for the Hampstead update, because she can fill in some of the gaps on this. And I think Karen Irving has a documented history, like Justice Anna Porfley, of discrediting survivors. That was her job.
So sorry to interrupt you, yeah? Right?
No,
Barbara Kahan, lecturer for Barnardo's, 24th of September 2002, and it's in a publications thing, and it's here.
She's supposed to be dead 2 years.
So that's in a government publication.
Oh my God.
Look,
Barbara
2002.
Kahan, lecturer for Barnardo's, 24th of September 2002. Chief
So wait.
Childline. Oh my God.
So wait a minute, let me just show this again, yeah? Because this is how dodgy social services is, social workers are people in the civil sector, yeah? Not all of them are bad, but this is the point, how they make their way up the ladder. You get me? This is why I'm saying, if we live in the UK, so way more privileged to some of the other countries of the world. You see where I'm coming with? So obviously, this is how people from other countries can get into here like that, because you're privy to that information, and and you've got that brain that's more than the what's it called, the population, right? How easy it for somebody like Karen Irvine to come into social services and she can rack people up and manipulate them, and they're following orders.
Oh, they still do. Even her, Heather Brown, and different people, they phone social services in different areas of the UK and Ireland and beyond, and they just say, I'm a social worker and I'd like to inform you about blah blah. They ring the courts, they ring government bodies all over Europe, and they get listened to and taken seriously. It's horrendous.
So you've got it there. It says there, UK publications, right?
That's shocking.
2002. It says on the UK, on a UK it's publications
Parliament.uk, and she's supposed to have been dead 2 years.
So do you see? We'll go back, yeah, Angela, right? Karen Irvine did the same thing with A1 Company Services, yeah, because obviously it was on Kai Association Services with Anna Kahan, yeah. So obviously now, right? It's like you put the videos on my channel where it says New Zealander. She's done the same thing what these people have done. When she's Canadian, she ain't from New Zealand.
That's right.
And she's got a Jewish background as well. So
she's very proud of that. That's features.
But but that's the thing though. This is how these people are trying to cover their tracks. Like when you hear Karen Foyer, for example, when people say, "Oh, Karen Irvine's real name's Karen Foyer," yeah, like that. Or Karen Boyer, like that. Karen Boyer.
Boyer.
Yeah, like that. And obviously, this is who the other person who comes into this is a daughter, which I'm not mentioning a name, which people have said previous before.
Oh, I know. I'll mention her name. Yeah, Rachel. Yeah, Rachel. Yeah.
But this is just an example. And then obviously Wendy comes into it because Wendy's Lars's husband.
Absolutely.
You know,
who's the trustee of Hampstead Christchurch School. Yes. Absolutely.
And Red Hill, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
And the Bauer thing, let me just say this on Boyer or Bauer, because I've got a New Zealand researcher helping me with this, and she contacted me and said about the name Bauer, B-O-W-E-R, but
Boyer.
Yeah, but the Nazi way of spelling it is B-A-U-E-R, Bauer, which was the original name of the Rothschilds, Bayer Amschel. That's the original name of the Rothschilds.
If we go back, right? Let's go back. Barbara Kahan's parents, one was in the Canadian Air Force,
Okay.
Erwin Kahan, he was some sort of Erwin Kahan.
Oh my God.
Erwin Kahan. You know who Erwin Kahan is? All you have to do is watch this. I'll type it up on my screen, right?
Bloody hell. This is so incestuous. Wow.
There you go. Where's it gone? Give me a second. Erwin Kahan, you can wait there. Look, it's on UK government watch as well. Oh, that's it. That's her husband Vladimir Khan, apparently. And is it her father? Sorry, her father's called Erwin Kahan. I apologise. It's her husband who's Vladimir Khan, yeah, and father. That's it. Sorry, I apologise. It's a father that's Irving Kahan. I've got to find it.
No, I saw it there on one of the ones you brought up. Yeah, you're going very fast. It's way.
Sorry, I apologise.
It's all right. It's all right. Barbara Kahan pioneered the development of social worker in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Peter Wrighton. Yeah, you definitely did.
Wait me a second. I'm just trying to find it.
Set in place a structure.
There you go. There you go. This is the picture of the man, if I think it is. Erwin Kahan.
Wow.
Yeah, I think this is him here.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
The old man. I think that's him.
Right. Right. Erwin Kahan, obituary, yeah.
Yeah, let me go through him. There's a picture online, yeah, of Barbara Kahan and Irving, I can't even say his name, Erwin Kahan. Yeah, there's a picture online. I've got a picture on my other computer of it. But what we're going to say to you, yeah.
Oh, no, you had it there. Go back. I just saw the picture you're talking about. Oh, don't worry if you can't get it back. Oh, don't worry. I just saw it. But anyway, carry on.
Let me just see if I can get it.
People can do this research, that people can deep research what yeah, go down.
Find him. There's a picture of him.
It was
look at that. Of course, who would be there? Who we're talking about? Al Quinta.
Michael Aquino, yeah. Michael Aquino alleged, according to a Reddit thread, to have died. Oh, yeah. So it's
I'll have to get that for the next video.
Yeah, it's not verified yet, but alleged on Reddit to have died. And taken over by Lucian Greaves, who rolls heavily for Hampstead. So
while we're on this, and while I was looking for Childline, right, and I was about to do it, so in the search bar, there's Childline and Barbara Kahan, yeah?
Right.
So the first one there, that comes down, Barbara Kahan pioneered the development, like you stated, of the British Association of Social Workers.
Yeah, the NSPCC, yeah.
Barbara Kahan, OBE, and that's in this man's blog, and he's talking about it saying the NSPCC,
Yeah.
We've already done that. So we keep going down. We've already seen this piece of information. So the next part would be, right, let me get off this and I'll type in.
And Childline is associated with Esther Ranson, and I've heard so many testimonies about her.
So we got a Childline on Company's house, right? And look what postcode it is. I did this yesterday. Curtin Road.
All right.
So I'm going to take this postcode,
Okay.
And that's where the building is,
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Let me see if this works.
Is that the one that was in the middle of a field?
No. This is another one, but it's in the same postcode as where the field was, or roundabout in the area. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Company's house, right?
So look, there you go.
Wow.
So this is what I did all yesterday. This address, which I've just shown here, or postcode, connects to the NSPCC.
Childline, yeah.
Sorry, Childline connects to the NSPCC. I did this yesterday, Angela, which pulls out 788, 790 Finchley Road. You see me? So all of these, are all one big dirty loop. Like Karen Irvine knew and was an associate with Barbara Kahan. They both had a share in a company. They was both social workers. They was both in the pot together, in for a penny, in for a pound. You feel me?
Yeah.
And obviously, A1 Company Services, like we showed on the Ham High thing, Keith Kahan got all them companies signed over to him by her. right? So this is where the big knots start coming together, unraveling now, because we've got Tavistock, right?
Yeah.
Which Tavistock we know.
Yeah.
Switching corporations is tied to Lars like Iverson, Wendy Irvine. Yeah.
Right.
We've
Right.
got Church Street alone, right? Hatton Gardens, right? We could go the full 9 yards if we really had to. Barbara Kahan is in the middle of all of this every time. Barbara
And not
Kahan
just that, since she died, it seems like Karen Irving has taken over her position. She's much more significant than we've given her credit for. I think.
Well, this is the thing.
I was holding it that Karen Irving was protecting her sister Wendy, whose husband is a trustee of Hampstead, and protecting the fact that she goes to Hampstead Christchurch Church. She lives in Belsize Park, and she's probably part of the cult. But actually, I think she's a lot more active than we gave her credit for. From what you're uncovering, I think Karen Irving is the new Barbara Kahan.
So this video, you seen this video, didn't you, that I did the other day?
Yeah.
Right, and that's where we could take it off from. You feel me? We could go back from this video if I really wanted to, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But what we're gonna say to you is, so yeah, we've done this here, the Childline part. Now we're gonna go to this part, right?
Right.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down and look at that.
51 officers.
47 resignations.
Right, that's weird.
So all of these are at Curtain Hall Road, right?
Okay.
And that's the same one I've just put in there. Takes you back to the NSPCC.
NSPCC
yeah?
trading company. Like, these are all corporations. They're not government bodies.
Pensions, yeah? Pensions. There's no pensions. That's what people have to realise. These people this is what I mean. People are dumb enough to give money, right, thinking they're helping children, when these children are making clothes at 5p, 10p a day, right? And they're getting traffic, everything, and they're making these clothes. These companies are trying to fork it off to the normal people, like, oh, these are worth this and that. And these people are making 5, 10 pence a day. They're donating to these charities thinking they're getting money. The CEOs making how much money? Right, and then there's innocent people on the streets in their own country itself. There's veterans on the street. There's people who can't even get a job. There's people who can't get home, and these lot have got millions and billions of pounds stashed in an offshore bank or whatever. You know what I mean? And it's like, look, we'll take from this pot, we'll take from that pot. You
And I'm not trying to be political, but I like the way Trump is trying to bring manufacturing back to America and out of China, because it's sweatshops. It's the same as the East End of London used to be, sweatshops, where people work 12-hour shifts for nothing and made, like, one of the first jobs I had when I moved to London, I only stayed in it 6 weeks. I worked for a Savile Row exclusive Jewish menswear shop, and one of my jobs was to use a razor blade and cut out the labels like made in China or whatever. And then I had to iron in labels saying Christian Dior and what have you, like that. So it's like the sweatshop principle and the slave labor principle, but they've applied it to child trafficking and child pornography and snuff movies. They've just applied the business model to the distribution of porn and snuff.
Well, look, yeah, you've got to think of this, Angela, right? We started, all this has come to our attention only because of 3 people. Do you get me? 3 people, how all this has come to our attention. 3 people, Karen and Joanne Solis, and that man himself. Because, look, right, this is what these 2 women don't realise what's taken place is, yeah? He's sat in the middle, yeah, using 2 women, yeah? He must have something over on these people. But what they don't realise is, right, when everybody clicks onto what's happening is, Karen Irvine's played Joanne Solis off against herself, and Solis has played Karen off.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what she does. People fall out. There's a scripture that says in a battle you can pray for confusion in the enemy camp and they'll start to destroy each other. And that's what happens, even amongst the Hampstead crowd. They fight with each other, and then somebody jumps ship and tries to bury the other somebody, and that's how we pick up our intel.
Well, listen, Angela.
Janice Emmanuel and other people that were part of Hampstead, even Heather Brown, they were part of Hampstead, then they got thrown under the bus, then they started spilling the beans. That's what happens. That's probably what's happening.
Well, the point I'm making is, look, right? When we first started, right? Well, when we first started doing this, right?
Okay.
I told them, you've made a big mistake attacking me. You feel me? You've made a big mistake attacking me for no reason. You've got no evidence or proof to back up the words or claims which you are stating, right? You're not coming with facts. You're not coming with truths. You're coming with lies, disinformation, and false narratives. That ain't happening. Get me? When I'm coming with the information, and I said to, and the first point at the beginning, we said Karen Irvine's connected to 78879 Finchley Road. Now, what I'm going to say to you is, there was 2 Karen Irvines. One, the fake Karen Irvine, i.e. her. The other Karen Irvine was an innocent party, and she had her own business and her own website. So she was not even part of it. That's the funniest thing, right? She's obviously mimicked her name like this other company, which was called MK and Trading, because I even asked somebody, please look at this company up for me. They said that company is legit, trust me. Its own website, it's an innocent person, trust you're all right. So I was like, okay, then fine. The woman had the same name as Karen Irvine. Everything near enough was the same. Is obviously the addresses,
let me hold you 1 second there, because Babs said that Karen Irving, her middle name is not initial A, because we tracked down the company KAI, and it was Karen something Irving. So have you verified that her middle name begins with A, or that it's connected?
She's full of doo-doo. I don't listen to the woman at anything what she says. Like, I don't want to embarrass her, straight up. And that's it. That's it. I'm sorry, right? But
all right,
that's it. That's done. But like I'm saying, the point is, right, we're exposing the fraud and the facts, which is in a public domain. Plus, right, we started on 788-790 Road. Ricky Deem and all them other people started rearing their heads. For what reason? Because
they're going ballistic.
We didn't mention these, Angela. That's the thing. We didn't mention Ricky. We didn't mention Karen. Bam, they come on, they attacked me. So I'm saying, right then, let me dig my ass up on you, because there's nothing against me, but there's a hell load on you. And they kept feeding us their own signs, like to say we want to be caught. We want people to see this. Like what Ricky's done is use 2 innocent women. It doesn't matter if they're trolls or not. Obviously, he's only there for his own gain. You feel me? He's only there for his own gain. He don't give a fuck about no one. If he has to throw someone under the bus, he's going to throw someone under the bus to save himself. Straight up. You get me? And that's the point. That's why Pandora's box, right, didn't want to say anything. Because obviously they was the gatekeepers, or are the gatekeepers. Since we've been exposing Finchley Road, what a single thing as Pandora's box exposed, because we don't want to go near Hampstead. Gordon Bowden knew.
And David Icke said the same, and Miles Johnston said to me, curiosity killed the cat, stay away from Hampstead. And he said it's a Russian mafia thing, you don't know what you're messing with. David Icke said it's not worth my career to cover that. And different people have said stay away from Hampstead. I think it's the linchpin, like Pedo Island was for Epstein. I think Hampstead is the linchpin.
I'm going to tell you what it is, Angela, right? When people start calling out child abuse, and then the world will change. Look, Esther Ranson's name there as well.
No, but I heard dirt on Esther Ranson years ago. Stories of, I think she was a gatekeeper as well. Stories of her like taking Ben Fellows to a party where there was cocaine and alcohol. He was 14, and there was like dodgy goings on and children disappearing to private rooms. Esther Ranson's name, I know there's photos of me with Jimmy Savile presenting a check that I raised for charity, but there's photos of Esther Ranson with Jimmy Savile that totally indicate an intimate relationship. You know, Esther Ranson, I've got no confidence in whatsoever. She was a gatekeeper. She was there to get, which I think John Wedger is today, to get survivors to gather around and disclose, and then she can inform the powers that be. This is what they know. This is who's disclosing. This is what evidence he has. Go get them.
I'm just leaving them pictures there because some people will be like,
Yeah, there's Barbara Kahan right there. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
And there's Sarah. Isn't that, no? That's Barbara Hewson there. Isn't that Barbara Hewson? It looks like her.
And do you know what the funniest thing
Jimmy
is?
Savile, yeah. Barbara
Hewson.
Let me just say this briefly. Barbara Hewson is related. I think she's a first cousin of Bono, and she's the barrister. I think she's been disbarred now. She had a Twitter war with Sarah Fillmore for over a year, but she's the one that was saying lower the age of consent, and you know, these judges need to be shown how to look at child porn legally and keep it private. And, you know, like, nobody's got proof on Jimmy Savile, leave him alone, he's dead, he can't defend himself. She was one of those, you know.
Well, look at Keir Starmer, who's Labour MP. When are people going to wake up that this man were defending Jimmy Savile? And do you see where I'm coming from?
I know.
What is up with people that you want this man to be a future prime minister when he's been protecting paedophiles? He wants to bring in the paedophilic agenda. Do you know what I mean? Man's part of the ninth circle. What's your problem, guys? Do you know what I mean?
And people like Margaret Hodge and Harriet Harman and Patricia Hewitt and all those people still, you know, still on taxpayer salaries. It's horrific. We've got to deconstruct this whole structure of people running our countries. We've got to.
Well, look at this, yeah, how he can put it now, for an example. Nobody has refuted the evidence, right? Not at all. It came from the sign was from Lighthouse Media,
yeah,
i.e. the dark web. Do you know what I mean? And obviously media companies are only going to be the ones who do this. A food shop ain't going to put it out there, is it? Do you know what I mean? A lorry driver who owns a lorry company is not going to do it either. It's pretty obvious it's a media company. Do you know what I mean? And somebody who's always sat at his computer or his phone and all of his devices, who sits there scrolling every single day. You obviously work for a media company because you've got your own server and you're just telling somebody in another country where you're stuck from, oh yeah, send me the details to make me an account, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you're 60-year-old, right? If you were innocent, why are you still here? Do you know what I mean? If you were innocent, you wouldn't even be bothered. You'd be somewhere in the distance. You wouldn't even be looking on social media. But obviously you're guilty because you're still here and you don't want people to highlight darkness, i.e. the light to shine on the darkness which you're trying to cover up. You see where I'm coming from?
Absolutely.
And this is the same thing with Karen. This is with the manipulation, like you said, with the social worker side. And she knows how to manipulate women. She knows how to do it. She's had that training. She's been there, and she's like
Tavistock training, the whole mind control, the whole neuro-linguistic programming, the whole communications, the whole, like, people that worked for Karen Irving when she was El Coyote on Hampstead for 4 years before we uncovered her. People were dedicated to her. It's like a high priestess thing. There were fellows like the one that punched John Patterson in the left temple outside Southwark Crown Court. They would die for Karen Irving. Do you know what I mean? They would die.
Remember though, Angela, she wouldn't think twice about taking their own kids off.
Absolutely. This is what I'm saying. It's the same with Ghislaine Maxwell, that she
wouldn't think twice.
Exactly. And these people think that they are part of the inner circle. Look,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
But think about this though as well. This is the whole point. She's put her name as the subliminal message, Coyote, right?
Yes,
what is a coyote?
And Sean Atwood said this on his show a few days ago. He said he shared a cell in Arizona with a coyote. And somebody in the chat room said, what's a coyote? I know it's an animal. What do you mean? He said it's a child trafficker. It's a human
Bingo.
trafficker. And it's like, how in your face could she be naming herself as the main, you know, narrator of Hampstead research, calling herself a coyote?
Think about this before we leave it there, yeah? Right? If her, say for example, she's involved regardless, right? This is the point.
Oh, definitely. I think
Yeah, this is the point.
today has woken me up to take another look at her, because she's not just a little running a reputation destruction operation. She's bigger than that. She's bigger than that.
This is why this is the same thing with the Shiva side to it, because Shiva's being used and she's not realizing that.
Yes.
Yeah?
Next show we've got to cover the Shiva birth thing. Yeah.
But
I think she's been in operation for decades.
We've covered the Kafkas. We've already shown the link that Esther Ranson and
Childline, Esther Ranson, Barbara Kahan, Karen Irving. Yeah, it just keeps
when we do his next show as well, we'll have to talk on like the social work services and the social work kind of side. Yeah, because definitely. I know a lot about that. It's like, you know yourself, and the majority of these social workers, like he stated, they can claim they're a social worker, but they're not. Some way it's like someone going ding and trying. It's like the waving a wand, like it's some sort of power.
And the sad thing is, there are some good ones. Like my best friend in England, her daughter went to university a bit late. She was about 22, and she got a first-class honours degree in social work. And she used to follow my work, and eventually, occasionally, she went at Ipswich, I think, and she said that her course was delayed because the head of department got done for paedophilia. Like the Ipswich University social work program nearly collapsed because the head of department got prosecuted for paedophilia. And then she qualified and she worked for a year. And she said, Angie, I don't know what I did. I can't do it. I can't do it. She just, with a 3-year honours degree, she stepped down. And she said, it's too dirty. I can't do it.
Now, that's where I'm saying to you, you've just said there, and I'm glad you've said that. You just said it there, because there's a difference between knowing the truth, seeing the truth, and being the gatekeeper. You get me?
Yeah,
that's a beautiful point there, because you are still, like with the Karen thing and the other people, they're still complicit, right? In accordance to, they will happily go out their way to take somebody's child off them so they can get paid and their friends get. This is the sad thing, but people need to realise it, and this is how these charities are taking money off people. Do you get me?
Yeah. All right. Listen, this was brilliant, Jesus, and I hope you might make it with us on Sunday, and we'll take this to the next level. But this was fantastic. Thank you so much.
It's not a problem.
I was going to do a Facebook Live, and people keep hustling me because I've had like 1,600 views on my last Facebook Live, but like this was too important, so I'll do my Facebook Live tomorrow. All right, love you.
Yes, and we'll speak again soon, and we'll definitely continue this update. The fabulous so-called free, which everybody donates to, has gone out of the window now.
Oh.
Everybody needs to share and get it out there.
Yeah, please share this. Subscribe, share, like. You mirror it on your channel, Jesus. All right, love you.
Love, yeah.
Bye.
Blessings.